Hello Pisces, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 28th through to the 3rd of August. Hope you're doing well. Messages from energy is all about truths that are coming to the surface in the general world around us, which is going to change our reality basically. And when it does change that reality, a tendency to allow truths to come to the surface from within us as individuals, of how we live life, what we actually want out of life and what we don't want out of life as well. So it is a beautiful time, and I think this is actually going to be quite a long period of this truths coming out at the moment here. So I would allow those truths to happen around you without getting too involved in it, because we're also talking about air energy now in the Astroflower. For you Pisces, that air is all in the here and now. It's all happening here, so you're thinking on your feet in a way, but you've got to be very defined in your thinking. Don't overthink things, just make decisions quickly and go for it. And being very clear in your mental energy, in your logic, in your intuition in a way. Just flowing with it rather than don't overthink things. Okay, there is a certain degree of exploration or networking that's going on the financial side as well, which you may need to try out things within your business, job and projects and so forth, or your career path. Okay, let's just we're going to look into the messages for energy for you. We're going to go into your chakra system and look at the chakras, the individual chakras. And also to have a look at your aura and then pull a few cards at the end. So in the meantime, let's just get those messages from energy for you. Bizarrely enough, I think you're going to really feel at one and in your element here. It's a time to emotionally play with your intellect, with your intuition, with your mental ability to manifest things in a very emotional way, provoking things as well, I think, within life around you, really pushing things, going, what about that? What about this? I think that's the energy is encouraging you to do that. It's very joyful energy, actually, that comes through for you. Let's just get a vision here and see what's going on for the financial sort of side. You're looking through, this is where you can play with things. It's like you're looking through a catalogue. It's either you're looking for a job, so you could be, you'll find you're scrolling yourself. And this is where your intuition has got to work, where you kind of go, when you flash on something, I would go for it. And flashing on an idea as well, maybe even for your business or your project, or what you wish to be doing in your life. If you want to become a yoga teacher or whatever it is you want to do, then obviously there's a certain way of going about things in order to get the results. And once you flash upon something, that's when you can really follow it with enthusiasm. And I think once you start looking at what's going on your career path, on your business or your projects, once you flash upon something and you do put your passions into it, it's like you're clicking, it's like you're opening something and it kind of goes da-da. It's almost as if you've got quite a lot of choices because of that. So you can be applying for 2 or 3 jobs here, or pushing your business in 2 or 3 senses, and more than one things are working for you. It's a really lucky time for you financially, I think, here as well. It's not gambling at all, but it's going after your passions and and there is going to be like 2 or 3 things that are going to kind of go, yeah, they work. Oh wow, that's really opened up opportunities. That's really going to bring in some finances. And it's something, it could be about selling something. So you could have a product that you're creating that you're trying to sell, or you you know, you're marketing something in a way, and it's that marketing thing is like you're doing all the marketing, like you're selling at the market, and you're kind of going, oh yeah, you're talking. Let's just say you're selling honey, for example, just because I love honey, you know. You're selling honey, you're explaining about the bees, and then someone turns out and says, oh, there's a kilo for you. But you're still explaining, and oh, there's a kilo for you. So you're getting the sales in whilst you're doing the marketing. And it seems like things are really starting to motor for you as well, in a very good way. Let's see what's going on for your relationship side of things. Oh, come on, let's just have fun. That's the provoking side of you. And I think you're going to be provoking joy within others. It's provoking people to enjoy their life, because then that's going to help you to enjoy your life. And I think this is where you're sort of pushing boundaries a little bit within relationships. You know, joyful ones, relationships. And it's also going to help to see, you know, which relationships, and this could be a one-to-one relationships as much as family, friends and community, which relationships responds to your enthusiasm. And, you know, and there's a lot of joy and gig and fun to be had when you do that, because when it's flashes for you, go for it. That's what it seems to be here. Really good sort of, I do get a lot of exploring. It's like you're exploring the local market, meeting people, going for a coffee, exploring avenues with different people, or exploring the avenues of life, which helps you to build connections and relationships with certain people in a very much more positive and constructive way. There seems to be some sort of communication as well. I'm getting someone who's giving you like a Valentine's card. I know it's not Valentine's Day now at the moment, but it feels like that. It feels like, you know, you're getting like an official confirmation as well. See what's going on the spiritual side of life. This has got a bit more rigor within it. And this is down to spiritual practices such as yoga, meditation, even what you eat and how you eat, the rhythm or the order in which you do things during the day, which will allow you space in order to make those connections with other people in a good way. I think there seems to be a lot of structure, learning about structure within your religious or your spiritual side of life, and which will help a greater connection to your higher self and higher being as well, more than anything else. And it is about pushing yourself a little bit to the limit. And this could be through meditation, you know, which is going to help you a lot within the aspects of manifesting the world that you so wish to live in as you go forward. And it's going to help within your financial side as well, I think, enormously. And this could be even down to sport. You know, doing a bit of sport, cardio, could even be dancing or something like that, because there seems to be movement attached to it. It's going to bring you some great results. Cody's just found some new friends. So yeah, I think that's on the spiritual side. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Okay. Let's have a look at the chakra side of things. Okay. So let's just reconnect to that energy now. There we go. The morphic fields. Okay. The crown chakra seems to be buzzing like an itch that needs to be itched. And it's the crown chakra, it seems to be playing a lot more to the rear of you. Good afternoon. It seems to be playing to the rear of you more than the front, and I think it's consciously knowing what you want, you know, or consciously knowing what is right for you, what makes you tick, sort of scenario. Okay, where's it moving on to? It's moving on to the heart. Now, there hasn't been a lot of signs that's had the heart chakra here. Let's just have a look at that. Okay, so you don't want to be keeping things within your heart. It's not a good idea this week. I think this week here, I think you need to allow your heart to flitter and flirt with life in a way, and just sort of taste things. That's what it. So it's like a disc, and rather than it swelling up in the middle, it's really pushing the boundaries in a really nice way. So heart's desire should certainly be explored and experimented with. It's moved on to the solar plexus. This is real central stuff about you, about living life, really. And the solar plexus is having that determination to sort of say, do you know what, life is for living, so I'm going to go ahead and live it. And that's the attitude, I think, or the determination or the courage that you can carry forward in your life. And I think it will work incredibly well for you. Now it moves up to the third eye and the throat chakra. Yeah, having that internal conversation is great. You don't want that internal conversation to be talking too much, do you? But you do want to have a clear vision of advice that you're giving yourself. And I think this is advice about what works and what doesn't work for you in a really nice way. The throat chakra's not so much. It's more about laughter or enjoying the moment, singing, that sort of communication, rather than sort of kind of going, oh look, you know, being too heavy in your communication. It needs to be quite light within it all. And then we come on to the sacrum. And the sacrum here is also, there's got a little bit of champagne in it, as if like kind of going, oh wow, yeah, now I know what I need in order to get what I want. And those needs are going to be, it's making you very enthusiastic about, you know, yes, things can be very possible. And then it goes back to the crown and the root again, and brings you back to that sort of centralized, sort of like raison d'etre, as it were. Really good energies for you, very joyous. There's a lot of joy for you this week. And, you know, I think that joy is going to open up a lot of possibilities within your life. Yeah, really nice energies. Let's just have a look at your aura. Let's see what's going on here. Don't take things too seriously, and bizarrely enough, there's a lot more energy at the root chakra than there is at the crown here, and this is where it's sort of like being grounded in, you know, grounded in who you are. Therefore, you don't take offence to things, and I think your energy, your aura energy, is actually connecting to the world that is around you, to realise what works for you. In a way, and then that allows all the other energies to flow through in the higher chakras, say like your heart chakra and your throat and third eye. But don't get caught up in the quagmire either. There's a balance that needs to be made here between the two. Okay? Beautiful energies. Okay, let's put a few cards on this. Let's just see what's going on. Pull a few cards on this energies, see what's going on with the general energies for this. Converting ideas into reality, speaking your truths as well, dispelling the clouds that are around you, learning to, you know, be clear with yourself and learning how to implement your ideas in the world. And it is a learning process, and we all go through it every day, you know, all the way through our lives. At no point do we kind of go, oh, I've learned everything, I don't need to know anything anymore. We're always learning, and this is where you're experimenting and exploring. And you get the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be down to the finances here that we were talking about earlier on, where you're experimenting with the world, or exploring, or trying things out in the financial world, which will allow you to increase your financial rewards, increase your benefits within your life. And this is about you sort of like communicating whilst selling at the same time, marketing. Sticking to a plan as well, and I think that's probably within the aura, that's what we saw there. A plan that is good for you. You know, she has got that telephone in her hand, as you can well see. You know, there is a certain degree of communicating that plan to the world around you, just by sort of saying, oh no, this works for me, I want to do this. And that's down to the things that you're flashing upon. You know, you're kind of going, oh yeah, that looks great, let's go and do that. And that's where it's taking you to much happier climbs with the Six of Swords. Once you do start following those inspirational moments, that's what you get. What's the ultimate, the general energies? Ace of Cups. This is what the general thing is, exploring your heart and enjoying life. That's what it's all about for you this week here, Pisces. So there you go. Thanking you very much for being here. Thanking you very much for having the confidence and the trust in the channel to subscribe, like and share and so forth. It's absolutely beautiful to see. Quite a bit of wind going on at the moment. Yes, thank you for all of that. Don't forget about Message from Energy, the live that we're going to be doing on Sunday night. If you want to be here to ask questions about energy or about your reading, that's the time to be doing it. It'd be lovely to see everybody again. Haven't done a live for quite some time. In the meantime, there's all for me left to say is, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.